Hey guys, so we're getting near September. It's almost back to school, and yes, we don't know what fall is going to look like, but a lot of you might be going back to school and doing some back to school shopping, and Emily and I are really excited to talk to you about something we care very much about, which is fashion and clothing. But what we want to do in this video is show you how you can save and still look presentable.
We're gonna introduce you to some of the items in our closet that we think are key pieces to your wardrobe, and we focus on three main factors. One is versatility, number two is durability, and number three is price. So the first point I want to touch on is versatility. So you want to make sure you have clothing items that you can mix and match so that you don't always look the same to the people that you see frequently. And then second of all is durability. You want clothing items that would last you beyond your university years to stretch your dollar as much as possible. And number three, of course, is price. Given that you are a university student and that you are on a budget, this is something that you have to take into consideration as well.
So one thing I want you guys to know about the clothing industry is that it's a fully mature industry. Clothing has been around for hundreds of years, thousands of years. And the thing that you need to know when it comes to mature industries is that once that happens and there's a lot of players in the industry, then you're getting basically what you pay for because everyone is competing at different tiers, and we're going to show you what our price target is. What Emily and I want for you guys is to not confuse price and value. Learn from Warren Buffett. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. We don't want you guys to just pay $20 for a piece of clothing and then it breaks on you in like a month, because then that's going to be frustrating. You're going to do that 4 times and before you know it, you've spent $80.
Because you're a university student, you'll probably be moving around a lot and you want to construct your wardrobe with the intention of being minimalistic.
Okay, so the way we're going to do this is we're going to show you 5 key pieces. We're going to show you a price target, and also to save you some time, we're going to endorse some brands. No, this is not sponsored.
Yes.
I wish. They're brands that Emily and I have tried and tested, and they've held true to their promise. And so we want to share these brands. We're just really proud of them, and they've really helped us along the way. So let's go ahead and start. So number 1, and my favorite for anyone, is dark blue jeans. So dark blue jeans are fantastic because you can dress them up, you can dress them down. They're probably the perfect staple for any student because you can easily throw a blazer on top of this, you can easily throw a white shirt on top of it, and you will always look good. The key thing with blue jeans is you're not going to want 100% denim. You're going to want a little bit of stretch, especially if you're a little bit more athletic in your lower half.
The price target normally ranges from $35 to $50. And within this price range, normally you would get a pretty decent quality of a dark blue jeans.
Anything that's lower than that usually sacrifices a lot more durability, or it doesn't have the fabrics for performance, right? So we want to maximize that for you. Again, it's about versatility and durability here.
I usually find Uniqlo's quality pretty good. And if I have to go to a higher price range, I would prefer Levi's jeans.
So for me, what has actually served me well on the lower half of the price target is Blue Notes, believe it or not. I find for guys, they do a pretty good job with both fit and cut. But on the higher end of the spectrum, I think you can get some really good deals at Banana Republic if you take advantage of the sales.
The second item that we think it's essential to your wardrobe is a good pair of running shoes. We encourage you to exercise and work out. And as a result of that, certainly you will need a good pair of running shoes or walking shoes.
Again, this is where you don't want to mistake price and value. The more you use it and the more quality you have, the less pain you're going to get during your workout. So we want you exercising regularly. It's a good part of your mental health, is your physical health. So invest in a good pair of running shoes. And also, what I would recommend for a lot of guys, make sure that your running shoes are also quite good looking. And what I mean by that is they can also be mistaken for lifestyle shoes. I think there's been a huge evolution in the way we conceptualize athletic gear. It used to be the case that running shoes, when you look at them on jeans, they were ugly. Now you have a lot of options. That way, again, you have that versatility, right? You can wear them when you're just going on for walks. You can wear them when you're going to class, and they still look quite elegant on anyone.
For a good pair of running shoes, normally the price target you want to look for is around $90 to $120. Anything lower than $90 normally rips and tears really easily.
And anything higher is usually you're just paying for the brand, you're just paying for the markup. But like $100, that's around the sweet spot where you get all that functionality and innovation when it comes to running and when it comes to performance. So that's the sweet spot we're looking for.
I don't really have anything that's at a lower tier. I would prefer Nike, and I'm sure a lot of you already have at least a pair of Nikes.
For me, same thing. I'm not going to put a lower tier because we just believe in performance and we believe in running shoes that last. Durability is a factor we're maximizing here. So I'm with Emily. Nike has historically done us very well. So the third key piece, especially if you're in Canada, is a good winter jacket. Guys, do not negotiate warmth. There's 6 months in Canada where it is brutally cold. So we want you to have a jacket that really fits your needs. And this is the item that you really should not skimp out on. Spoil yourself when it comes to this.
I personally am very afraid of the cold, so a good winter jacket is definitely an essential key piece in your wardrobe. So right here, you can see me wearing my parka jacket. It's down-filled, so normally you would want to look for a winter jacket that is filled with down, and again, more down means higher price. So the price range we're looking here is around $300 to $400.
One of the ways to think about clothing is kind of like the way you think about a used car. Stretch it out over time if you know you're going to use it. So instead of thinking in your mind $300 to $400, I want you to divide it by the number of years you're going to use it. Then it's going to look like it makes a lot more sense. But for men, what I would recommend is a very, very nice wool peacoat. And the reason I say peacoat is, again, it's kind of like the blue jeans for a guy. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. A peacoat looks good in formal occasions and it looks good in casual occasions. I think everyone looks good in a peacoat. I don't know anyone that looks bad in a peacoat. If it fits, it looks great on almost anyone. So again, I think that $300 to $400 is about right. Peacoats will not be down based, they will be wool based. So you will want to maximize the quality of wool. You can do your own research on how many kinds of wool there are, but we really recommend looking at those fabrics.
What I consider as a good parka jacket within the price range that we recommended is Aritzia or TNA. Another brand is Columbia or North Face.
For guys, same here. I don't really have a lower tier simply because we don't believe in skimping out, especially when it comes to winter jackets. But one brand that has done me really well is Marc Jacob. You can usually get it in the Bay. Another pro tip when it comes to shopping for a winter jacket, shop off season. And the best time to get a winter jacket is when we're about to transition into spring.
And the fourth item in your wardrobe that we think is a key piece is winter boots. So the price range that we would recommend for a pair of good winter boots would be at around $100 to $150.
We definitely agree 100 to 150 is about right because that's what it takes to get those materials that make a good constructed winter boot. Anything lower than that tears when you're walking through snow for some reason, because I think a lot of people are using synthetic leather and it just doesn't do well when you're walking around ice. It really tears and scuffs it up. But at around the 100 to 150, especially if you catch like a $200 boot that goes down a little bit, you're gonna get some good value over there.
One of the brands that I would recommend would be Sorels. And I'm actually planning to buy a pair of Bluntstones. I hear really good things about them, that they're very durable, they are wearable in all seasons. So that's something that you might want to consider. And they are definitely at a higher price range. I think they range between $200 to $300.
Clarks have done me really well. Full leather Clarks. I have a bunch and they're just really great and they're known for their durability and their versatility. They look good again when you dress them up and when you dress them down. There's a theme here, you guys. And they're usually within that beautiful 100 to 150 range. I recommend getting your Clarks at the Bay. They do a good job curating their merchandise there. So happy hunting. The last item on our list, guys, you're growing up. As far as we're concerned, you're full adults. Universities, the moment you turn 18, you are an adult. And here's where this fifth piece comes in handy, and that is business pants. So let's take a look at the price target. The price target that we're gonna put here is $35 to $50. I think that at about $35 to $50, you get like really nice trousers and really nice business pants. You can get full cotton, which I recommend. There's different kinds of business pants, right? There's the more formal kind, which is a little bit more stuffy that I don't like. I actually, for guys, I recommend chinos, which versatility, right? You can wear chinos with a t-shirt. You can wear chinos with a sports jacket or a blazer, and you will look good.
Yeah, and for me, I would recommend again Uniqlo, and H&M is also a very good alternative if you're looking for something that's lower than $35 or at around $35 to $40.
For guys, I heavily recommend Banana Republic again, but if not, Gap does the trick too. And the thing here with chinos, like I'm a shorter guy, I'm about 5'8". A lot of pants for guys start at around the 32 inseam or the length. I think that Banana Republic and Gap do a really good job for like hitting that 30, which I really like and appreciate. But if you're taller, this is not really a concern. But I think Gap and Banana Republic are going to have different cuts, some more athletic, some slimmer, some skinny, and you'll have your pick of the litter. And they usually hit that sweet spot after the sale. Again, don't buy retail, apply the code.
You always want to look at the composition of the fabric. A lot of these clothing items have a lot of mixed fabric in them that aren't necessarily good for you or the environment. And even if you decide to resell it or donate it, no one cares for them.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you're getting, again, good bang for your buck. So look at the composition of the fabric, not just the style.
I don't know what it is about guys, but like you just usually want to go into the mall and get in and get out. It's like, no, grab the piece, look at the label, see where it's made, see the fabric composition, as Emily was saying. And by the way, tip here, the higher the composition of natural fabric, whether it's cotton, whether it's silk, usually the better. The more it's littered and mixed with like rayon, acrylic, polyester, that stuff is not the good stuff. I mean, some of it makes sense from performance fabrics, but they don't make sense in just overall wearable apparel. So we hope you found value in this video. Again, it's something Emily and I really love to talk about is fashion. Those are 5 key pieces that we really think every student should start in terms of their wardrobe if you don't already have them. And if you do, that's awesome. Good for you. One of the things that we want to encourage you on is that a wardrobe is something that evolves as you evolve as a person. You're gonna have different changes in taste, you're gonna have different changes in style, but start with the basic. If you're new to kind of building your wardrobe, it's totally fine. If you don't have these key pieces, you don't have to get them all at once. Again, it's about building a wardrobe. A wardrobe is never finished. It's constantly evolving with you as a person. And if you look at it that way, I think that you're gonna really enjoy adding key pieces that are of high quality and at a good price. So this is really a journey with you, and this is something that, you know, we hope that you add to your wardrobe, all these key pieces. Cheers.